welcome to another episode of You Know
Ball, baby!
Brought to you by PLAYBOOK Sports. I'm Anthony. To my right, I got the night with the light, looking bright. Philly Phil.
Call me Lancelot, bro. Call me Lancelot. Call me Lancelot.
What's the word, Phil?
Hey, it's a good day. We about to get in the rest of our small forwards list. But before we do that, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow PLAYBOOK Sports HQ on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter.
Yep. Twitter.
And make sure.
To Twitter fingers.
Oh, it really did, though. It really did.
He really did.
But make sure to hit that bell as well for YouTube live streams in the future, maybe even Twitch. But stay ready, and let's get into it.
Let's get into it, man. We're doing our 20 through 11 today. We did our 21 through 30 yesterday, so make sure you check that out. But don't click off the video. Watch both of them at the same time.
Come on.
Easy.
Stay with it.
Stay locked in. At number 20, I have Dylan Brooks. So I didn't have him that much higher.
Yeah.
I just think he does everything I want in a role player, and that's it. He can knock down a shot when he's open. He plays good defense. He's an underrated playmaker. I like what he does.
Okay, that's not bad at all.
I like what he does. No hoes. Except poking bears.
Oh, yeah. 2020.
2020. Who's your 2020?
At 20, this may be going to make people upset, but I just feel like the people above him are a little bit better. I don't feel like he's going to start next year. This is where I had Grayson Allen.
You hate that man, bro.
I don't hate him.
You
I don't hate him.
that man.
I don't hate him.
At 20?
At 20.
He was the most efficient shooter in the league,
He
bro.
was, but
there's other dudes on this list that are also role players that I don't know how you could have higher than him.
I feel like they're going to be playing better next year. Also because I feel like he's not going to be starting. I feel like he's going to be a bench.
Last year.
He did, but I feel like I heard that they're starting Tyus Jones, and the way to make that work, Devin Booker got to play the 2. Oh, no, Bradley Beal got to play the 2. Devin Booker got to play the 3. Kevin Durant got to play the 4. And Nurkic got to play the 5. I just feel like it's going to mess with him.
I guess he might not start.
That's what I mean.
Honestly, bro, and say this is a hot take.
Okay.
If I'm the Suns, I'm starting Grayson Allen over Beal.
Over Beal?
Over Beal.
Over Beal?
Over Beal.
Whoa.
The ball can't move around everywhere. Beal struggled as a catch and shooter last year.
But he played better defensively.
He did. But he struggled as a catch and shooter. And that offense got to move.
Yeah, but I don't know, bro.
You can't beat anyone if you can't outscore them.
I feel like it was just because he wasn't having that connection, and also he was injured. He didn't play too many games.
You know who got that connection? That dude that shot 45% from 3 last year on a lot of attempts.
That is true, but I don't feel like the coach is just going to have Grayson Allen start over Beal. I don't feel like that.
I don't think they're going to do it because not the Suns. I feel like KD teams typically do whatever the fuck KD wants, and KD's not going to want Beal to come off the bench. But Grayson Allen is a dude, bro, who contributes at that 3-point line at not over Steph Curry or nothing like that, but if not the best in the league. As far as role-playing shooting goes, it doesn't get better than that. And, I get what you're saying where he might come off the bench. Sure. But there's definitely dudes on this list that could come off the bench because they're on weaker teams, but they don't do what Grayson Allen does, bro. 45% from 3, Phil?
Yes, 45% but 3. But once again, I feel like him just maybe coming off the bench is going to screw that up. I'm just talking about who's going to be better next year.
I guess.
Is he still going to be good for the team? Yes. But is it going to affect him compared to these other guys? No.
I got him a lot higher. And we'll talk about him when we get there. Because
no problem at all.
You might get a little heated. But at number 19, this is where I had Jaden McDaniels. He's just one of the best defenders in the league. You got to show him respect. And then when he gets to the playoffs, his efficiencies rose so much as far as 3-point shooting as a wing. And he looked like a scorer in the playoffs. When he looks like a scorer, bro, you could argue that this dude is top 10 because his defensive impact is so huge. But when he doesn't look like a scorer, it's just kind of playing defense, and that's kind of it. Kind of like what we talked about with Sar Thompson.
No problem at all. Honestly, I had Jaden McDaniels higher.
Okay.
Way higher. I really like that dude. But I don't want to get too into it because I want to really talk about that.
You want to break it down?
I really want to talk about that guy.
We can break it down when we get there.
I like him. But at my 19, this is where I had Kyle Kuzma.
Okay.
And I get it. I'm not saying
higher.
Huh?
I thought you'd have him higher.
Oh, no. You don't get that grace. But I understand my argument with Grayson Allen, and I would want Grayson Allen more than Kyle Kuzma, but I feel like in their situations, Kyle Kuzma's no matter what is going to start, and he's going to play. He's going to drop the stats he's going to drop, and I low-key feel like since he's on the Wizards, he's going to average 25 next year.
I don't know.
I feel like he is.
Last year was the year to do that. Like, he didn't do it last year. I don't think he does it this year.
I feel like he will.
I feel like there's a lot more players who could actually create shots on the team than last year. As good as Denny was, and Denny I have high on my list, like, he's not the best shot creator. Jordan Poole, I think, will have a year where he shoots better than last year. You have Sarr there. You have Bub there. You have, who's the other rookie from Florida? Miami. Oh, my God.
Oh, you talking about well, it's coming to me. So you had Bub Carrington, you had Alexander Sarr, you had Williams.
Nah.
Wait, it's coming to me.
You need a hint?
This is my dude. I like him. I compared him to Cameron Johnson.
I know you like this dude.
Give me a hint.
Starts with a K.
K. Oh, Keyshawn George.
Keyshawn George. You have Keyshawn George there. Like, there's dudes that I think could take those shots away from him. Mm-hmm. And then, honestly, like, I think it's just the way we look at our list, bro, because you have Kuzma there because his stats will probably be better next year. Mm-hmm. If I'm trying to win a championship, I'm putting Grayson Allen on my team over Kuzma. And I know you said that too, but I think that impacts the way I look at my list a little bit more than just how his numbers could be. Because, yeah, I agree. He definitely could average 25 next year, but I would still rather have a Grayson Allen on my team than a 25-point scorer. My number 18, this is where I had Max Strus. Mm-hmm. There was stretches last year. You got him with me? Like, how is he over Grayson Allen?
His role's not going to be changing that much.
Okay.
He's a really good shooter, really good defender. I feel like he's a better defender than Grayson Allen.
He is.
And he's without a doubt starting for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
I get you.
I don't have anybody over him.
I think Max Strus at his best last year looked like he could be the second best scorer on a good team.
Yeah.
Like, next to Donovan Mitchell. But when he didn't have those stretches, he was kind of just a cool role player there, which there's nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. But I think most catch and shooters don't take as many difficult shots as him, and he knocks them down. So I do like Max Strus a lot. I like him in Cleveland better than I did in Miami, too.
Yeah, and I'm going to be for real. Like, these guys going forward, I like these guys a lot. Yeah. Like, Grayson Allen, I do have him low, but I really do like him. That's my dog from Duke, man. Yeah. Even though he did some dirty stuff.
I feel like you don't like him, bro.
What?
I feel like you don't like him.
I like him. I promise you I do.
I feel like every conversation we've had on the show has been not negative, but, like, sneak dissing.
Maybe I'm just mad because the Suns signed him to that contract, and I really wanted the Lakers to sign him, and now he's stuck there, and now he has a chance of becoming a bench player again, and I'm like, no, you need him out there, but I just really don't feel like he's gonna get the same experience as he did last year.
Yeah,
with the new guys they got.
That's true. I agree with you. Did you say your 18 is the same as mine, right?
Yes, sir.
17, this might be a hot take. I'm not going to lie.
What's up?
But this is where I had Franz Wagner.
I'm honestly not mad because I'm mad at that dude right now.
Bro, it's just...
Where did I have him again?
To me, bro, Franz Wagner is a nerd's all-star. Like, these stat nerds, they love Franz Wagner for some reason. I don't really know why. He shot 28% from 3 last year.
That's bad.
And he's a small forward. It's not like he's a center. Like, you want your number 2 next to Paulo to be able to shoot. 19.7 points. He's an efficient guy within the line, but it's more at the rim. He's just an average mid-range shooter. When you look at his numbers, I lined it up with the dead average shooter. It was slightly, I think, below average. So it's just I don't know. I don't know. I think as your second guy, he caps your ceiling. I love the Magic. I love Paolo. If Suggs doesn't jump Franz as the number 2 option or something like that, I think this team finishes as a 5 seed again. I can't see them finishing in the top 4.
No, I feel you. I want to go more into the Franz Wagner thing, but I do have him a little higher, just a little bit. But I was mad at him in the playoffs, but I do feel like there's one thing that's new that I really do like that I feel like it's going to make him better and give him a little bit more focus. Okay. I'm going to talk to it when I get to him, but I'm not mad at where you got him. Okay. And it's not actually that high where I got him.
Got you.
Anyways, this is probably going to be a hot take. And this makes me a little bit sad, but I have at number 17, I got Klay Thompson.
I got him in a weird spot too, so I'm not mad at it either. Nope, but talk about it.
I do think him being with the Mavs is a perfect fit. This is what they need. So watching the finals games, Mavericks were having trouble with getting somebody else to score efficiently, like next to Kyrie and Luka, because Kyrie was having his problems. Luka was getting double teamed. PJ was trying, but everybody they tried subbing in, besides their centers, were not helping. Like Derrick Jones Jr., he was not shooting that well, like was not spacing the floor well. They had the Celtics backing off him. PJ Washington, they were iffy guarding them. Josh Green, he couldn't shoot. Jaden Hardy, he couldn't shoot. Like, it was just a fiasco. So adding Klay Thompson to that, if you got Kyrie driving him, he could kick it to Klay Thompson, boom. If you got Luka driving him, he could kick it to Klay Thompson, and boom. I feel like it's just a better situation for him, and he could definitely go back to playing the 3 primarily instead of sometimes wondering if he's going to play the 2 through 4 for the Warriors. I just feel like it makes sense.
I got a question, Phil.
Yes, sir.
And I hate this team. I'm not going to lie. I don't like them.
You don't like them?
No. Just
really?
Because that playoff shit pissed me off. I'm not going to lie. Which I feel like valid there. But what's stopping this team from being the 1 seed in the West? Like,
OKC.
Realistically. I'm as an OKC fan, bro, like, they're going to have 3. I think Klay's going to average 20 next year.
Mm-hmm.
It might be a down year, but I think he's going to average 20 next year. They got 2 really good bigs. Their bench got deeper.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you could argue when they got PJ and Daniel Gafford, they were the best team in the West.
But why do you hate the team?
I mean, I like them as a basketball team. Don't get me wrong. I'm just not going to root for the Mavericks because fuck the Mavericks.
Oh, that's what you're saying. I was like, wait, you're giving them, like, props right now. What are you talking about?
For sure. But what's, like, is there – I think they should be the favorite to be the one out the West.
No.
Why?
OKC is definitely going to be better.
I just need –
OKC got what they need. They literally, like, everything. They got size and they got
what they need too.
Najee Marshall is nice.
I'm not even going to hype him up because they hyped him up when they got him, but
that's what I mean. Like,
he's cool.
With Alex Caruso and Isaiah Hardenstein, you could definitely see that is without a doubt improvement. Like, Isaiah Hardenstein can play the 4 and the 5, and he can definitely play next to a center. And Chet Holmgren is the perfect guy to be next to because he can space the floor. But with along with Alex Caruso, that was perfect because you can either have him playing off the bench or if somebody gets hurt like a Shea or something, he can definitely fill that role. But with the Mavericks, it's a good team. But if Luka goes down, it's the Kyrie and Klay show, and Klay doesn't have that same production as Luka.
I agree with you, but what if they don't get hurt?
What if they don't get hurt? They're really good, but I don't think they're going to be better than OKC, in my opinion.
I think they are, bro. And that hurts me to say, bro, but
Luke's trying to be modest, bro. He trying to be modest. That boy, his team going in next year.
I'm for real. And I want to be biased so bad. I want to be a dick. And when the season starts, I'm going to be a dick. When the season starts, I'm going to be also under 1 seed. But looking at this team on paper, bro, like Luka is better than Shea, I think. Kyrie is probably a better player than Jalen Williams. I don't think that's crazy to say. I think Klay is going to do his job really well on this team. PJ Washington and Gafford obviously showed their value in some of those, like the second, third round of the playoffs, maybe not the finals. And then you have Dinwiddie, Najee Marshall, Derek Lively, Maxi Kleber, Quentin Grimes, Dante Exum, who had good minutes with them, and Jaden Hardy. Like, that is a lot of players that could contribute on that team, bro.
I just really don't like Maxi Kleber, Jaden Hardy, and I forgot the other name you said. A little bit of Exum, yeah.
I just like them as role players. I don't think they're starters, but I think Derek Lively's a little overrated, but I think he's provides value.
No, Derek Lively's good.
He's good for sure. I just think he's overrated because I feel like people – we're kind of starting to put him in, like, Chet conversations as far as value goes. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was a little crazy. But I got way off topic.
Nah, it's okay.
That's just I think that team's going to be really good next year. Fuck them, though. Fuck the Mavericks. If you're a Mavericks fan, I didn't say none of that shit. You have to skip that last part. My number 16, this is where I had OG Anunoby.
Okay.
He's just a good role player. End of the day, it's kind of like what I said about Dylan Brooks, where he does what I want in a role player, but OJ Anunoby's obviously a lot better, especially on the defensive end of the ball. I think his numbers are probably going to drop next year a little bit because he's playing with so many good role players in New York, but he's still like the same player. And I think with Mikal there, it honestly elevates his value because he doesn't have to be like this guy anymore. Mm-hmm. In Toronto, it was always like Kawhi left OG Anunoby, like it's his time, and he's just not that guy, bro, and that's fine. But I think he's a great player, like in this mid-tier of small forwards. 16 is where I got him.
No, I feel you. I had him a little bit higher, but I do feel like I'm going to just say it now because I don't really got too much to say about it. I just feel like he may get a little better with the training camp stuff and like actually starting with the Knicks this time.
And being healthy.
And also that combination of Mikal Bridges and him on lockdown defense.
Oh, it's going to be so fun.
I really do like that, and I feel like they're going to play so much more elite.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I have him a little higher.
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right. At 16 here, this is actually where I have Franz Wagner, and this is where I'm going to explain why I have him at 16 over Grayson Allen. I really like, and let me just get this out the way. Yes, his shooting needs to improve. 28% is terrible, but I do feel like the KCP addition is going to help him. And the reason why I say that is because now you don't need to guard the best shooting guard or the best three out there. You have Jalen Suggs and KCP out there to help you with that.
That's going to be a scary guard.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Jalen Suggs and KCP out there together. Yeah. And then you have Paolo Banchero, and I still don't know the center situation, either Jonathan Isaac or Goga Batadze. But if you are at the three and you have these weapons around you, you can focus, like you can put your whole focus off, like on offense. Like you could do the playmaking that he usually does. You could try to get better at shooting, but I do feel like KCP being there is going to take a weight off him to just have to do everything. That's the only reason why I have him above, because he's going to start no matter what, and he's definitely going to get touches. But the only thing I see that he needs to improve on is shooting, because 48% from field goal, that's not bad. 85% from free throw isn't bad, but the three-point shooting needs to improve.
That's true. I'm not mad at that at all. The three-point shooting definitely needs to improve, but I agree. I think everything else will improve next year. As far as like scoring goes, playmaking, like you said, even rebounding, because it's like Wendell, you could obviously start in their decline. If Isaac's the starter, he can only play like 20 minutes a game for some reason. Goga isn't a super impressive player to me. I know you like him a little bit more.
I love him.
But I think Franz could out-rebound him. Not like maybe statistically, but he could definitely have more rebounds next year if there's a Goga out there. But I just... Like, he didn't even average a dub last year, bro. So, if he goes...
You talking about Goga?
No, Franz.
Oh.
Like, if he could get to 22, 23, like, I don't really look at that as, like, now he's a top 15, 13, 12 small forward.
No, I feel you.
My number 15, this is where I had Michael Porter Jr.
Oh.
Yeah, I just think Michael Porter Jr. gets...
Oh, dang, I had him higher.
He's a weird player. He's a weird player to grade for sure because he's a glorified role player to me. Like, with the ball, he's good, but not great. I think he'd be a lot funner, like, on the Wizards if you swapped him and Kuzma. I think Michael Porter Jr. would be just shooting shit on a team like that. He would be so fun there.
Bub Carrington and Michael Porter Jr., little connection. I like that.
They'd just be chucking shit. So, I mean, I have him at 15 just because, like, if I'm the Nuggets, I think I'd prioritize Aaron Gordon over Michael Porter Jr. Because I think Aaron Gordon contributes a little more to wins.
Yeah.
But Michael Porter Jr., like we said with Kuzma, when he's on, like, that team is unbeatable damn near.
Man.
It's just when he's on. Like, we need to see that version of Michael Porter Jr. more. He only averaged 17 points a game last year. So. Yeah.
I had him way higher, to be honest, because the fact that, one, Bruce Brown, KCP, Reggie Jackson, those guys are gone. They need more offensive options, and that's him. So Aaron Gordon, yes. The focus, backdoors, everything. The connection with Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, they need that. But with Michael Porter Jr. being outside and definitely going to have way more touches than before, I feel like he can go back to that role that he was kind of doing with before the bubble. Because I think there was like a stat, I forgot what it was. It was like for 20 games, he was averaging like 24 and 10, 24 points, like 10 rebounds. So hopefully he can get back to that in some way. If he can't,
I would hope so. He'd be in my top 10 if that was the case for sure. Top 5 maybe.
Because he was really good before they got Aaron Gordon and before they got KCP. Like he was really, really good. So hopefully like he can replicate that 2019, 2020 vibes and just go crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what I'm thinking.
I'm not mad at it.
That's the only reason why I have him higher.
Yeah, valid.
But at my 15, I actually have R.J. Barrett here, and it makes me sad.
I love R.J. Barrett, bro.
Yeah, I just the Raptors are so weird to me, bro. And I wanted to say maybe he'll do better, this and that, but I just don't see it. The full training camp and starting the season with the Raptors, I can see it, but I don't see this team like helping him get better than what he was with the Knicks. I liked him in the Knicks. I don't feel like he's going
I
to
did
do
too.
anything better with the Raptors because it's the same situation. He's not the star player with the Raptors. That's Scotty Barnes. And I low-key feel like Emmanuel Quigley's going to do a little bit of a better job in his role than RJ Barrett is. I feel like he's in the same role that he was with the Knicks.
I think Scotty Barnes, to me, I'd give him the ball the most. He's going to be the primary playmaker, primary defender, obviously. Emmanuel Quigley, I think, could be just like the dude where you're like, yes, chuck your shots. And RJ Barrett could be Emmanuel Quigley's kind of secondary scorer.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think RJ Barrett, to me, is a more well-rounded scorer than IQ. I think he's going to put up more 20-point games than Emmanuel Quigley. Emmanuel Quigley just might have a couple 40-point games in there. But RJ Barrett, to me, I just love what he does around. And I got him a little bit higher for sure.
No problem at all.
But my number 14, this is where I had Grayson Allen.
Okay.
The shooting efficiency to me, bro, is so important. He damn near shot 50, 40, 90 last year. So, I mean, there's not much to say about it.
Yeah, we already talked about Grayson Allen. He's a good player. He's a good player.
What's your 14?
At 14, this may be a hot one. I got Desmond Bane right here.
You're fucking crazy.
I got Desmond Bane
that ain't
right here.
Cut that. Cut that. Give him time to fix it.
I got Desmond Bane right here. Ja Morant is back. The usage is going to go back up. And yes, Desmond Bane does play well with Ja Morant. He plays well next to him.
Really
but
well.
I don't think – I think that it's going to knock him a little bit because I feel like they're going to try a whole new scheme the way they're going to play. And I feel like it's going to mess with him.
Why would they try a whole new scheme if they were the 2 seed?
Because they're introducing Zach Edey to their starting lineup.
I don't know.
And I feel like
who was their center when they were good?
Jaren Jackson Jr.
No.
I think it was Jaren Jackson
I thought
Jr.
it wasn't Steven Adams.
Are you talking about when they were like what? Which
When they
year?
were the 2 seed.
The 2 seed? Oh yeah, Jaren Jackson Jr.
He was a center there? No
Yeah.
way.
I think
What year is that? 21, 22?
Yeah, the lineup was Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, Dylan Brooks. I forgot the 4.
It's Steven Adams.
Xavier Tillman. Maybe Xavier Tillman was the 5. Because it was Jaren Jackson Jr. and Xavier Tillman.
No, bro. It's Steven Adams. I got it here. Steven Adams played the 5th most minutes on that team.
Okay, my bad.
It was
Steven Adams.
Bane, Brooks, Jaren, Adams, bro. I just think, like, you could play a really similar way because Edey's going to thrive as your pick and roller, as your screen setter. And Steven Adams, obviously, you could argue is the best screen setter of all time, honestly. So, like, having, like, him just play that exact same role, I don't think you have to change up much. And then this year, Bane averaged 18 points per game, which is obviously down, but I think he's a much better player now than when he was then.
Mm-hmm.
He's just so efficient, and he's a great scorer. I don't think he's gonna play small forward. Am I tripping? Who's their 2 guard?
That's what I was about to say. I would have had Marcus Smart play the 3 than Desmond Bane.
Shit, I might have Marcus Smart come off the bench.
Probably that
We're gonna
too.
do
Maybe
that.
just do Vince Williams Jr. at the 3,
Yeah,
or
he was really good last year.
or what's his name? Well, Gigi's hurt now, so
Zaire Williams.
I think he got traded.
Did he? Oh, he did. He
I
did.
think he
He
got
did.
traded.
I loved him. I love the idea of him.
So then, yeah, I guess they just do Vince Williams Jr. at the.
He's on the Nets. Shout out the Nets, boy. They got some role players, boy. Vince Williams, I think, would be fine there. And Marcus Smart, I think, could be an elite bench defender, obviously. Come in, spot minutes. But Desmond Bane, to me, bro, it's just like he's a great player. Like, up and down, skill-wise, he's a really good basketball player. And I think I'm going to value that a little bit more, especially as a scorer. Because Desmond Bane, to me, is a better secondary scorer. And last year, he still did that as a primary guy. Mm-hmm. You know? So
I just feel like maybe something needs to change because the highest they've gotten is the first round. So,
but
something off there,
they've
especially
had 2
with Ja
seasons
Morant.
without their best player.
But then again, like
They got out the first round without, or they got to the second round, no? When they lost to the Warriors?
Who'd they? Oh yeah, because they beat the Minnesota Timberwolves.
They got to the second round in 2 years with their best player, bro. Like that's you got to let that rock, especially this year where I think their role players are probably better than what they had that one year.
You know what? Maybe it's because I'm a Laker fan. Maybe
I think it's because you're Laker.
Maybe it's
I think
'cause
that's
I'm a
that
Laker
Laker hate.
But just in case, I'm just saying, I'm keeping.
I don't
it
like
there.
that. I don't like that. My number 13, I got Klay Thompson.
Okay.
I think he could average 20 next year. He's an efficient shooter. I just don't think the defense is there anymore. And I think that's what separates. When Klay Thompson, you could argue, was the best shooting guard in basketball is because he shot the clip, obviously, and he was arguably the best perimeter defender in the league. And now you can't really say that about him anymore. So I got him at 13.
Okay. I'm not mad at that at all. Like I said, like perfect fit with the Mavericks and think he's gonna get better. I think he's gonna average 20 or 21 points this year.
I hope so. 3 20-point scorers on that team bucket.
Now, this is probably gonna be a hot take.
Damn, you got all these hot takes back to back to back.
Yeah, it was interesting looking at this list. This may be a hot take, but I got Jaden McDaniels at number 13.
Bro, Jaden McDaniels in no way is a better player than
I got
Desmond
Jaden
Bane,
McDaniels.
bro. That is not right.
He is an extremely good defender and role player.
That's true.
Extremely good.
Not a better role player than Bane.
Oh, 1,000%.
No way.
1,000%.
No way.
The way he plays defense, the way he helps the offense too, because he's a pretty good shooter as well. And
he's not a good shooter.
He's a pretty good shooter.
He is not a good shooter.
He's a pretty good shooter.
He is not a good shooter.
Not like, I'm not saying good, I'm saying pretty good. Where he can sit in the corner and shoot. He's not bad in the corner.
He hits 1 for 3.
1 for 3 is still something.
No,
but adding that to him being like as good defensively as he is and how well he was contributing like defensively for the team, like let's be real. I know I said my stuff about Rudy Gobert, but if it weren't for Anthony Edwards and Jaden McDaniels being on top guarding all the best like perimeter scorers, Minnesota Timberwolves don't go as far as they do.
I agree with you there.
And another thing too, I really do feel like Jaden McDaniels could fit on any team.
You don't think Desmond Bane can fit on any team?
I don't feel like Desmond Bane can contribute as much win-wise that Jaden McDaniels can.
No fucking way, bro.
Yes.
No way.
Give me a team and then let's talk about
Tell me a team that Desmond Bane wouldn't fit on. There's no...
OKC.
No, he would fit. He would fit.
OKC.
He would fit. What was our problem last year? Josh Giddey couldn't shoot the fucking ball.
You were too small.
If we had Desmond Bane
You were too small.
If Desmond Bane was there...
You were too small. For Josh Giddey?
I'm just saying, if we had Desmond Bane there, and right now we're not too small because we have.
Yeah, now, but all right. Let me look at these teams real quick.
Like, I don't see the benefit in a Jaden Daniels over a Desmond Bane.
I don't feel like he fit with Boston.
Desmond Bane?
They
could just have his ass shoot.
Well, who would you really replace Derek White for Desmond Bane?
He could come off the bench. Desmond Bane would.
That's what I'm saying. Would you replace starting lineup?
Who would you replace Jaden Daniels with?
I would definitely replace Jaden McDaniels for Derek White.
No fucking way.
I would definitely do that.
No fucking way you would do that.
I feel like he would still contribute win-wise for the Celtics.
No way.
Desmond Bane ain't gonna give you that defense.
Bro, Desmond Bane's
play
gonna
that
shoot
role.
40% from the
He's
three.
gonna dribble.
I'm leaving Jaden McDaniels wide the fuck open, and the fucking Celtics cannot score if it's not in the half court. And I'm double teaming Jason Tatum.
Leave him wide open. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown gonna pass that to him, and he's gonna score it.
Pass it to him.
He's gonna score.
I don't give a fuck.
I've never
seen Jaden McDaniels beat a team on offense.
Look at his stat. I mean, look at his highlights, bro. Jaden McDaniels is actually a pretty good scorer.
No, he's not a good scorer at all, bro. No way.
He's pretty decent, bro.
No, he averaged 10 points and shot 30% from 3. Comparing to dude 21 as the best scorer on the team.
Because he's playing defense, my boy. Because he's playing that extremely good defense.
Desmond Bane plays good defense.
He plays decent defense.
He plays good defense.
He plays decent defense.
I'm not going to say.
Compared to Jaden McDaniels,
no, Jaden McDaniels plays great defense. Jaden McDaniels is one of the best defenders in the league.
Extremely great defense.
Desmond Bane is a good defender and a fucking miles better scorer than Jaden McDaniels. Right? There we go.
I just really feel like Jaden McDaniels contributes more.
I don't think so, bro. I think maybe in last year.
I just really like him.
Maybe last year because they made the conference finals. But I'm telling you, if they had a dude that could shoot, then it would have been a different story.
But defense wins games, boy.
Nah.
Defense wins games.
Well, honestly, bro, I think that conversation is such an overrated conversation because
I don't know about that.
I think defense wins games, but so does offense. Like
it does.
You need both.
But you got to stop them because you could still get a stop and then score a layup, and then you get another stop and then score a layup, and you're up by 4.
Or you could just fucking score.
I mean, if you're the Warriors, yeah, I feel like the Warriors they're the only, like, let's be real. The Warriors are the only team that actually tested that offense wins games thing because Stephen Curry, elite 3-point shooter. The small ball thing, they changed the course of the game. But tell me why nobody else has replicated what the Warriors have done. I
think the Nuggets, I don't think they were an amazing defensive team. I don't know what the numbers say off the top of my
definitely
head.
They were a good defensive team.
They were good.
KCP with Bruce Brown coming off the bench.
Were they a better offensive team or defensive team?
Defensive team.
I don't think so.
Nikola Jokic was doing this thing on the rebounds. They won because of defense.
I think they won because of offense. I think you have Jokic, Jamal Murray, and Michael Porter Jr. as your 3 highest paid players. Those are 3 offensive players.
Yes, but I'm being for real. Like, if you if you don't have Aaron Gordon rebounding, bothering the players he did, because he was locked.
That's true, though. I'm not disagreeing with the defense matters, obviously, but the offense matters just as much.
Oh, it does, but I promise you, like, the reason why the Denver Nuggets won that championship was because of defense, without a doubt.
I think, like, the Grizzlies last year were a good defensive team. They didn't make the fucking playoffs.
Last year? The Grizzlies?
I thought they were, no? You have Marcus Smart and Jaren Jackson Jr.
But they got injured the beginning of the season.
I think they're good, though. I'm saying, like, you could be a good offensive team is going to make noise regardless. The Pacers last year.
Yeah.
You know?
But then they got whooped by the defensively good Celtics.
That's true. But the Celtics were just, I'm not going to argue against the Celtics.
We got to have this conversation sometime, bro. We got to make this an
Flesh it
episode.
out. Yeah, I'm with you.
We got to do that.
Did you say your 13? Your 13 was Jaden McDaniels?
Jaden McDaniels.
My number 12 is Denny Avdia.
Oh, okay.
I think he's an underrated defender in the league.
Okay.
I think he's probably the best rebounding small forward in the league as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's just cool. I think he could average a dub next year too. I think he averaged like 20 and 7.
Oh yeah.
Same as last year.
Oh yeah.
But there's just dudes I'd probably have a little over him.
Honestly, I literally just had him a touch higher.
Yeah.
A touch higher. And I don't know how you're gonna feel about this, but I actually had OG Anunoby at 12.
I like OG Anunoby more than I like Jaden McDaniels. I think he contributes a little more than Jaden McDaniels because he gives you more offensively. And I feel like their defense is on a similar level. When OG's healthy, obviously.
That is true. That's why I have OG over him.
I'm okay with that. I
have OG over him.
I'm not mad at that at all. My number 11, this is where I had RJ Barrett.
Okay.
He's just a good offensive player, good defensive player. I think he could fit any role you really give him. I think I'll give him that. There was like stretches where I feel like the Knicks were kind of playing him at like not power forward, but kind of like that when Julius Randle would slide to the 5. So I like everything he does. I feel like he's a really switchable player, good scorer on all levels. So I got him at 11.
What do you think his stats going to be with the Raptors next year?
Bro, I think he averaged 23, 6, and 5.
Okay. I would love for him to do that.
I would too. I would love him to sneak into those all-star conversations. Maybe not be an all-star, but if it's like RJ could be an all-star, that would be nice.
Okay. At number 11, this is where I had Denny Avdia.
All right.
This is where I had Denny Avdia. I just really think last year or this last season, he really proved that he is a really good player all around. Like, I didn't expect that. I thought he was going to be a pretty good shooter, like get some rebound, but all around he was really good.
He's a good defender.
So now that he's with the Portland Trailblazers, I mean, they could build something with him.
You know what scares me though? I feel like because I think Denny Avdia would probably be the corner of their rebuild.
Mm-hmm.
When players that are defensively get moved to that, I feel like they kind of go away from defense and they start having to become an offensive player, and I think that would suck because we would lose out on a lot of Kawhi was a great defender, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Once it started seeming like the Spurs would build around Kawhi, his defense got a lot worse.
Because then he
had to do more,
duties,
and that's fine. But it's just that's the only thing that scares me, especially because Denny is nowhere near as good as like Kawhi was then. Because Kawhi obviously is probably the best perimeter defender I've ever watched.
He was elite.
Or you look at like a Jimmy Butler. I feel like Jimmy Butler's defense, you see it when he needs to do it, but his defense doesn't look amazing as much as it used to be when he was on Chicago, when it was just like that man was damn near a clamp.
I feel like it still is like really good though. Like his Miami defense, I
It's
feel like
good,
it's equal.
but I think it's more versatile compared to Chicago, where it's like you can match him up against Miami LeBron and he'll poke the bear. Who's your number 11?
Oh, I already said it, Denny Avdia.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, we got 1 through 10 coming at you guys in the next video. Phil, let them know what they need to do.
Hey, with a pleasure. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow Playbook Sports HQ on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter. Make sure to hit that bell as well. Just letting y'all know, me and Ant-Man out, and let's bounce.
Bounce, baby.